I can see it in your eyes, I can feel it in your touch, I can hear it in your voice, though you haven't said that much. Through an empty bottle, I can see it all so clear. All these broken pieces will be scattered in the wind. With it for far too long. Some people change when they grow old, but I don't want to say that you've been wrong, because I'm not that bold. Through an empty bottle, I can see it all so clear. We're just broken people, we'll be scattered in the wind.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the YouTube premiere of the Calderdale Community Spirit Awards 2020, organised by the Community Foundation for Calderdale. This year has been a tough year for all of us, including our local charities, local businesses, and us as individuals. Oh, can I just stop there? Sorry, my glasses are fogging up. That's better. It's been a tough year, as I was saying, and one thing that we're actually wanting to do is actually put on a similar event to last year, but it's not going to be the same. We can't have an audience sat together enjoying a 3-course meal. We can't have people coming on the stage and accepting their awards, and we can't have a champagne reception. But what we can do is celebrate the brilliance, the magnificence, and the creativity of our voluntary sector here in Calderdale. So tonight, let's celebrate with them. Let's show our solidarity to the business community. So tonight, winners will receive an award, a glass trophy, but they'll also receive £100 to spend in a local independent shop. I'd like to thank our main sponsors, BCA Leisure, Kavere Insurance, Rathbones Investment Management, and Riley & Co. I'd like to thank Snowflake Media for sponsoring the trophies, and I'd like to thank Harvey's Department Stores of Halifax for sponsoring the film that you're going to watch this evening. Thank you. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you now to Roger Moore, the Chair of the Community Foundation. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure, on behalf of the Community Foundation for Calderdale, to welcome you all to the Community Spirit Awards for 2020. These are complicated times, and I'd like to thank you all for joining us this evening, and also to hope that you and your loved ones remain safe and well through the difficult months ahead. This may be a virtual awards ceremony, but there has been nothing virtual about the way in which you, our Calderdale charities, have responded to the devastation that COVID-19 has brought to many in our community. You have risen to the occasion. You have learned new ways of working. You have learned to cope with lockdowns and possibly reductions in funding as your income streams have changed. You have learned to embrace new technologies. And like all of us, you have learned to groom with Zoom. But crucially, you have devised new and innovative ways of working so that you can continue to help the people that you serve. So this evening is a celebration of your extraordinary success. So sit back and enjoy it. And it's my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, who is our President, Lord Lieutenant of West Yorkshire, Ed Anderson. Ed.
Good evening, everyone. May I start by introducing myself to those who I haven't met. My name is Ed Anderson, and I have the honour and privilege of being the Lord Lieutenant of West Yorkshire. Every county in the UK has a Lord Lieutenant appointed by the Queen to be her personal representative in that county. In addition, I have the very great privilege of being the president of the Community Foundation for Calderdale. One of my aims as Lord Lieutenant is to promote social cohesion across the county and also to shine a light on the amazing work that is being undertaken by individuals and voluntary groups in our communities. And that is why I'm delighted to lend my support to the Calderdale Community Spirit Awards today. I am, of course, disappointed that we cannot all be together in person this year, but I hope we will be able to once again next year. I mentioned how important it is to shine a light on the contribution that individuals and groups make to our local communities. In this context, may I congratulate all those Calderdale people who were recognised in the recently published Honours List. Well done to you all. I would also like to mention the Queen's Awards for voluntary service. These are the highest awards that a voluntary group can receive. They are the equivalent of the MBE for a voluntary group. In previous years, we've had very few nominations across West Yorkshire, literally just 2 or 3 in a year. This year, after a concerted effort across the county to promote the awards, I am delighted to say that we have had 46 nominations across West Yorkshire and 14 in Calderdale alone. I have to emphasise that at this stage, these are just nominations, and then they will not all end up being successful when the actual awards are announced next year. But it is a fantastic increase on what has been achieved previously, and I am hopeful that a good number of Calderdale voluntary groups will end up being recognised. In the meantime, tonight we celebrate the extraordinary contribution of many community groups and individuals to life in Calderdale. Whether you have been shortlisted or whether you end up being announced as winners, you are all winners in my eyes, and I offer you my heartfelt congratulations and thanks for everything you do. Finally, speaking of recognition for extraordinary people, I was delighted that one of our outstanding Yorkshire heroes received an MBE a year ago in the New Year Honours List. Lizzie Jones is an inspiration to us all, and it gives me great pleasure now to introduce her to sing for us. Over to you, Lizzie.
Well, I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof. Her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to her kitchen chair. She broke your throne and she cut your hair. And from your lips she drew the hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Maybe there's a God above, but all I've ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew you. Well, it's not a cry that you hear in the night. It's not someone who's seen the light. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah, 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 hallelujah,
And I'm writer, broadcaster and resident of Sowerby Bridge, John Foster, and I'm your host for this year's awards. Okay, let's come to our first award, and seeing as though we are all now socially distanced, which means I can take that off for the time being, and this is for the breakthrough of the year. Now, in this category, the judges were looking for a charity or community group who had been successfully developing something new or different. Now, this could include a piece of research to good use, extending the reach of the charity, or introducing a new way of working. Now, we have 4 shortlisted organisations. They are EdShift, Northern Broadsides, and the Society for Neurodiversity. Now, our first shortlisted group in this category is a partnership with possibly the longest name as well. So, are you ready for this? It's the COVID-19 GP Patient Transport VAC Age UK, Kirklees and Calderdale, Community Transport Calderdale GP Alliance and Calderdale CCG. Pat Ackerman, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Well done for getting this far and also having the longest title as well in the whole of the Community Spirit Awards this year. Tell us a little bit how this partnership came about.
Yeah, GP services were put into hubs at the beginning of the COVID, which meant that often patients had face-to-face appointments had to go right across the valley. And if you've no transport, that was absolutely impossible for lots of people for essential transports. So we paired up with Community Transport Calderdale, Age UK, Calderdale and Kirklees and VAC, funded by the GP Alliance and the Calderdale CCG to make sure that patients got to essential appointments.
Wow. So, and obviously during this time, you know, getting to those essential appointments when the world basically has been turned on its head, it's proved to be a bit of a lifeline for a lot of people in the area.
Absolutely. We ferried over 200 patients throughout that time. Some people coming from Elland over to Ripponden, you know, right across the valley. Babies, older people, you know, working age people. It was absolutely essential and vital.
That's absolutely fantastic. We also have Ellie Brooke from EdgeShift UK as well, EdgeShift Kick, sorry. The spotlight is now on you, Ellie, and you've got somebody else there with you.
I have, yes. This is Sharon Bird, our HR director at EdgeShift.
Many congratulations on getting this far. Tell us a little bit about the programme and the benefits that you run as well.
So we provide violence prevention, drama-based learning programmes in mainstream and alternative education. But in response to the pandemic, we decided to pivot as an organisation so we could meet the needs of some of the most vulnerable children in our community. And all of us know that obviously the spotlight really did shine on domestic violence during the pandemic. So what we did as an organisation is we developed our spotlight intervention. We've recently raised 18k to be able to go into schools and provide individualised support sessions for children living with domestic violence.
It's £18,000. I mean, that's absolutely phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah.
You must be absolutely thrilled to bits that, you know, again, in this time where things have been really, really difficult, and there's no getting away from it, it has been really difficult, that the community has pulled together.
Yes, exactly. And to be recognised both locally and nationally just gives us more impetus to get out there and really impact and support children, because we're aware of not only the short-term impact on children, but also the long-term impacts when they're exposed to domestic violence. And for us to have that available in Calderdale is absolutely amazing.
That's brilliant. Okay, congratulations and fingers crossed. And also Laurie Sampson is with us from Northern Broadsides as well. Laurie, good to talk to you as well today. And what does this mean to be shortlisted?
It means a lot. I joined the company last year and we started to change how we developed and made work. So in a partnership with St Augustine Centre, we made a show with 2 asylum seekers, combining Yorkshire folk songs and stories with their stories of travelling here. And that relationship's continued on, and we're hoping to develop a further programme with St Augustine's. And then with Quality Street, we worked with 6 extraordinary women who just retired from the Quality Street factory, and we put their stories into the J.M. Barrie show. So for us, it's about trying to make our work in a way that really connects with local communities and makes it relevant. All
right, well, fingers crossed as well, and congratulations for getting this far. And last by no means least as well, we have Angie Barber from the Society of Neurodiversity, affectionately known as SAND. Well done on being shortlisted. Now, your charity helps people on the autism spectrum and also related conditions by giving advice and support to their members as well. But there's so much more to it than that, isn't there?
Yeah, we're a member-led organisation, so our chair is autistic, but we support everybody that has a neurodiverse condition, so that's autism, ADHD, dyspraxia, dyslexia, Tourette's, and the reason for that is that there are many overarching it's basically we're a member-led organisation. We did a lot of work at the beginning of the coronavirus. A lot of people with autism and other neurodivergent conditions became very isolated with coronavirus. Many adults that are diagnosed later in life are very isolated. So we did a program called Keeping Neurodivergent People Connected, which meant that we I spoke to people on a one-to-one basis, but we also set up things called moots to hopefully help people to connect and make friends with one another. But we are hoping to change the charity sector and turn it a bit up on its head and show how it can be done differently. So yeah, we're excited for the future.
So, well, congratulations, Angie, and fingers crossed to everybody else in this category as well for Breakthrough of the Year. I'm delighted now to welcome and also to present the award. We've got John Rees from Calderdale College. John.
Hi there, folks. Really sorry we can't be all there together, but delighted to be able to announce the winners of this year's awards. And so to announce the winner of the 2020 Breakthrough of the Year Award, this year the winner is the Society for Neurodiversity. Congratulations and very well done.
Oh, fabulous. Well done.
Sorry, I didn't expect that. I really didn't. I was convinced we weren't going to win. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's absolutely fantastic. Congratulations to win this award. And congratulations again to our other candidates in this award as well. But Angie, how do you feel?
Shocked. we only set up 12 months ago, so we do recognise that we've done a lot of work in such a short period of time, but that was completely unexpected. So yes, thank you so much. Now I've got to keep. Yes. Sorry. Yeah. Yes, I'm very surprised. Sorry. Thank you.
Go make yourself a cup of cha and sit down. All right. I mean, it was an incredibly strong field for Breakthrough of the Year. Laurie and Ellie and everybody else, thank you very much for being such worthy finalists in this, and congratulations to Angie and the Society of Neurodiversity for our Breakthrough of the Year award.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thanks very much.
Very well deserved, Angie.
Thank you.
Yay! So the second award of the night is the Best Fundraising Campaign. It's sponsored by Value Exchange. Now, the judges were looking for a charity or a community group on the basis of innovative approaches coupled with exceeding funding targets. Now, we have a couple of people who are with us today. We have Neil Davidson for his Community CPR Fund, and we also have Janine and also Chris Gentle there as well, and they're raising funds for the Teenage Cancer Trust. Neil, it's good to see that you received the memo. Chris? Okay. All right, if we could start with you first, Janine and Chris. I mean, it's a nightmare that to find out that a child is not well, let alone has cancer, but huge credit to you too, because you've turned an incredibly difficult situation and you've looked for a positive somewhere in there as well, and you found it.
Yeah, that's right. When Ewan got diagnosed in April, it happened so suddenly. And then obviously with the COVID pandemic, Chris had to go, didn't he, on full-time lockdown in hospital with him. So I didn't see Ewan apart from online for 4 months. So yeah, one thing that I wanted to do, kind of being at home with the two of the children, was to what can I show my solidarity and support for Ewan, who's an inspirational and amazing young man. And that's where Ewan You Rock campaign was born, to raise some money so he can go see his rock idol Steve Vai in America. And we've got Steve Vai on board, and that's all going to happen probably in 2022, all being well. And then just to say a massive, massive thank you to the Teenage Cancer Trust, who are beyond awesome for the care. I mean, absolutely, you can say more, can't you, Chris, because you've been in hospital with him.
Yeah, I mean, we're there for so long and became, well, they are like family now, and the level of care and attention was just incredible, and we just felt that we needed to give something back, really. Yeah.
Now, you've mentioned this rock guitarist, Steve. I mean, he's more than just a rock guitarist. He's Grammy Award winning. He's played. It would be easier to list the people he hasn't played with as well. And that's been an incredible piece of good fortune to get him on board.
Oh, definitely. It feels like he's become an extension to his family, and he's sent videos and we've given updates. And when Ewan feels up to it, is going to give Ewan some time on a Zoom call, and is just been amazing. Like sometimes I'll send an update and he replies in the same day, and he's been so supportive of everything. He's a really wonderful, heartfelt man, and we got some coverage on Calendar News, and he was happy to do an interview with them. So it's just been just outstanding, really. He's a beautiful soul. We're really thankful, because this was what we wanted to do, was give you something massive to look forward to. So what else? We gave it his best shot, and it so happened that we managed to do it and get him on board.
So that's absolutely fantastic. It's a difficult act to follow, but I'm confident that we can. Neil Davidson is also with us as well. Neil, people may or may not know your story. Let's just let people know a little bit more about it, please.
Yes, on the 30th of July in 2017, I was at home with my wife, and I had a cardiac arrest at 3 in the morning. I was grunting, gasping for air. I was asleep then, so I don't remember anything about this. My wife tried to revive me and couldn't. Fortunately, my son, who was back from Australia on holiday, was called in and knew what to do. So he very quickly dragged me on the floor and started doing CPR, which is massage of the heart. My heart had actually stopped. So what he was doing is getting the best job he could to get the blood around my body, to get the oxygen around my body to my brain. He carried on for, believe it or not, a continuous 21 minutes without stopping. And eventually the Yorkshire Ambulance Service came with a defibrillator and restarted my heart on the 4th and last time. But it's all down to Oliver, really, who did the CPR, that I'm here today. Although I was in hospital for 2 months in intensive care, by the time I've come out, I remember everything. I've lost no memory. Physically, I'm fit. And as my mates say, sadly, he's back to normal.
I'm sure they mean that in jest. I'm sure they mean it in jest. But it's prompted you to get the message of CPR out to a wider audience.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for my son learning CPR at school when he was 15, 10 years later, when he was 25, he had the opportunity to save my life, which he did. And just to put it into figures, there's only 5% of the population survive an out of hospital cardiac arrest. I am one of the lucky ones. I am one of the 5% who've survived that. So from my point of view, I'm the lucky one. And all I can do is to help people, train them up in CPR so they know what to do when it happens to you. You never know when it might happen. It might happen today, tomorrow, to a stranger, to a relative, a work colleague. You never know. When it comes, it just comes. And that's it.
Well, 2 incredible stories there in the best fundraising campaign. And to make the award, I'm delighted to welcome Nigel Cliff. He's representing the sponsor for the best fundraising campaign. That's Value Exchange. Nigel.
Good evening. My name is Nigel Cliff, and I am delighted this evening to be announcing the winner, or should I say the winners, of the best fundraising campaign of 2020. They are Janine Gentle and Neil Davidson. Congratulations to you both.
Well done, Neil. Absolutely brilliant. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. That's really special.
Thank you.
Really special.
Well done, everybody.
Well done.
Cheers, everybody.
Great to celebrate with you, Neil, after that story. Amazing.
When we can, we'll have to get together and have a celebration drink, won't we?
Definitely, definitely. We won't refuse that. We'll bring Ewan with us, and you bring Oliver.
By the way, can you two do CPR?
No, well, I've done the children's classes for my children, but it's one of those things I've never had the chance to practice, thankfully. So I probably could do with a refresher.
I learned a teenager, Neil, but I could do with a refresher. Absolutely.
Yeah. I'll definitely give you a refresher, even if we're out in the park doing it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, John, and the Community Spirit Award. That's wonderful news. We're all winners. We're all winners.
Our next award is the Great and Green Award. Now, the judges were looking for an individual, school, community group, or charity who are having a positive impact in their community by raising and profiling environmental issues. Shortlisted for the Great and Good this year are the Mythen Royd Flood Wardens and also the Sorby Bridge Rotary Club as well. Mythen Royd flood warnings are represented by Carl Boggis, and as you can see, Carl is with us this evening. You must be delighted, Carl, to be shortlisted. A ray of sunshine following those awful storms.
Very much so, yeah. A very nice message to receive saying that we'd been nominated. So massive thank you for that.
And the floods of 2020 again saw your flood wardens rise to the challenge once again, right down the Calder Valley.
Yeah, as much as we don't like being called upon, we have an amazing team who are very dedicated to the village and keeping everybody as safe as they possibly can. These things happen, don't they? We've no control over them, but we have a group who are prepared and enabled, thanks to many different groups as well that support us, always there and willing to help out wherever they can.
Can you just talk us through very, very briefly how the flood warnings responded to the flood in February? What is it that they look at the weather forecast, they see it's going to be heavy rain, and then what happens after that?
Yeah, no, you're right there. We all flood warden groups are established by the Environment Agency as their eyes and ears on the ground, and we are just that. We keep an eye on the river, we keep an eye on the forecast. We have different people look at many different radars and the likes, and if things look like they're going to turn bad, we do get out on the streets. We get information out to as many people as we can and as many different media as we can. We do have a good Facebook following, which helps. And we have members, 20 odd members all across Mythen Royd, various areas, and they have their patches as such. And we're just there, hopefully as a presence to reassure people. And if it does come to the worst is worst, just to get the right information to people at the right time and hope folks stay safe.
All right. And Anne Sutcliffe from the Sorby Bridge Rotary Club, let's come to you. And now, because I live in Sorby Bridge, I've seen you and your team out and about, and you've been shortlisted for 2 projects that you do, Eco Bricks, and it's sad that you have to do this, the litter picking project as well. If people could tidy up after themselves, that would be fantastic. But what it actually does show is you and the Rotary Club and the team and the community come together to try and make Sorby Bridge a better and cleaner place.
Oh, totally. We've seen on a global basis that following lockdown, we are having less emissions, carbon emissions, the seas are getting better, and we just want to make our own local area a better place, really. And getting rid of litter and plastic is one of those things that we want to do.
And what's Eco Bricks?
Eco Bricks are amazing. You are reducing the amount of plastic that goes into the seas and the rivers and putting it to fabulous uses. You can create anything with these eco bricks or plastic bricks, things like shelving, you can create chairs, outdoor units. It's absolutely fabulous that we are managing to create a circular economy through something that you would actually end up putting in the rubbish.
Okay, well, congratulations on the pair of you for being shortlisted. Those are our nominations for the Great and Green Award. And to present the award, I'm delighted to welcome Mary Mooney from the Green Business Network.
Thanks, John. So now I can finally announce with great pleasure that the winner of this year's Great and Green Award for their 2 projects goes to the Sorby Bridge Rotary Club.
Wow, thank you so much. That's amazing. really is. Thank you so much. I'm in such a fabulous category given what Mythen Royd flood wardens do. So I'm just amazed that our little projects have actually won. So thank you so much.
You're a bit speechless there, aren't you?
I actually am. I just keep saying thank you.
Congratulations, Anne, and the team down at the Rotary Club in Sorby Bridge, and also worthy nomination and commiserations there, Carl. But you and the team at the Mythen Royd Flood Warnings are doing such an amazing job. Thank you as well from all of us here too. Congratulations, Anne, and thanks, Carl, for the Great and Green Award. So in this rather different and virtual Community Spirit Awards from the Calderdale Foundation, let's do our next award. It is the Best Marketing Award, and it's sponsored by Town Hall Dental of Brighouse. Now, the judges in this category were looking for a marketing campaign that used one or more of the following: social media, the printed press, adverts, leaflets, video content. Now, the shortlists are absolutely fantastic. We have the Disability Partnership of Calderdale and Calderdale Forum 50+, Overgate, and also Slow the Flow. And if I can start with Malcolm Keelty of Disability Partnership Calderdale. Congratulations, Malcolm, first on being shortlisted. And looking at your nomination, it seems you've used practically every marketing medium under the sun to get your message out there. Can you just outline some of the things that you've done, just so we can appreciate the effort that you and the team have put in?
Well, I think what really happened was, and it sounds often bizarre, that in the circumstances that we are in a pandemic, it is one or two things can happen. You either regress or you develop. And the one thing that our marketing campaign with Philip Ingham did was he grasped it by the neck, really, in a sense, and said, listen, if we stay light on our feet here, I think we can react to this daily. And he has the experience of all these marketing tools, and that's what happened. He got to grips with it. He used all the negatives and turned them into complete positives. And I tell you what, at one period of the height of the last lockdown, we were getting 8,000 hits on our website for information, help, guidance, and just some advice, solid advice. And that's what was key. It wasn't spurious, it was solid, intelligent advice.
Claire Howard from Overgate, I mean, you were award winners last year, and this year Overgate, probably more than most, has faced significant challenges because of coronavirus, because of lockdown, and how we are now living our lives. But again, the community has rallied round, and it's incredible to see, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the award that we've been nominated for our leap year appeal obviously happened just before we went into this scenario of lockdown. So we were very overwhelmed by the support of the community in general anyway. We did a direct mail, we had lots of different marketing tools behind it. But as a fundraising team, we all got behind the appeal to drive it forward for the month that we ran it. So it was quite a short-lived campaign and just absolutely exceeded our expectations in every way. And then we went into the full lockdown, and once again our community have rallied around and supported us in ways that we didn't think could be ever possible. So we are so grateful for our local community and beyond.
That's incredible to hear. And also we've got Adrian Horton from Slow the Flow. And again, like Overgate, you were winners last year, but since last year, obviously coronavirus, COVID-19 has struck, but also you've been tested again with the floods of February 2020 too.
We have, and obviously with our inability to use our volunteers in the more traditional way at Hardcastle Crags, we had to be innovative and we had to find other ways of inspiring people. So we set up a page on our website called Volunteer Your Land, which essentially asked people to volunteer their land for natural flood management purposes. And we invested in a drone, which is really useful in illustrating the merits of natural flood management, to film some of the projects that we've actually completed around Calderdale. And so the drone has been a fantastic added tool in our armory to get the message out there about the very many merits of natural flood management. And as a result of that page, we've had between 30 and 35 new tracts of land come to us for people to consider, which is all part of the scheme that Calderdale Council are running for natural flood management purposes. So it's been a real success, and it's got people inspired and motivated to to engage with us in a different way that they can't currently do because of all the unfortunate restrictions.
Well, fingers crossed, and 3 worthy nominations, I'm sure you will agree. And the judges did agree on an outright winner. And to make the presentation, I'm delighted to welcome Rachel Dilley from Town Hall Dental.
On behalf of Town Hall Dental in Brickhouse, I am delighted to announce the winner of the 2020 Best Marketing Campaign, Slow the Flow.
Wow. Thank you. That's great news. That's wonderful.
Fantastic. Having this award, I suppose, is verification of the great work that you do.
You know, we've got such a challenge with climate change now. You know, our summers are only getting warmer and wetter. The winters have always been a challenge. And the work that our trustees, my fellow trustees, and our volunteers and landowners do around catchment is just immeasurable. You know, we just need to keep this this momentum going, because it's critical, because there's so many people's lives in the valley bottom and on the tops as well that are affected by the impact of climate change and increased flood risk. So thank you to everybody, you know, who nominated us, and to the judges who gave us this wonderful award. Thank you ever so much. We're very grateful.
Well, congratulations, Adrian, and the team down at Slow the Flow. And also congratulations for being nominated, Malcolm, the Disability Partnership Calderdale and Calderdale Forum 50+, and to Claire Howard as well, and the team down at Overgate. Congratulations too. And the Best Marketing Award. So our next award this evening is the Volunteer of the Year Award. Now, the judges were looking for a volunteer who's displayed the greatest commitment and achievement to a charity, voluntary sector organisation, or the community. And we have a short list of people. As always, we have Helen Banbury, Paul Farrell, and also Ben Morehouse. And it's great to see you virtually this evening, as we're doing things slightly differently this year. Helen, if I could start with you, please, first. You're from the mental health charity Healthy Minds. Congratulations on being shortlisted. And you're described in your nomination as being empathetic, fun, dedicated, genuine, great qualities to have. What do you get out of volunteering?
Companionship, fun, and yes, the feeling that I'm putting something back, and it is a charity very close to my heart as well.
Was it something you thought long and hard about doing, to become a volunteer, or was it one of those things that when you actually thought about it, you just said, yeah, I'm going to do it?
I had volunteered before for other organisations, but as I was retired, I wanted to have something that would give me something meaningful to do. And it's particularly close to me because, like other volunteers, I myself have suffered from mental health issues, and the thought of being able to learn alongside other people was very attractive to me.
And I suppose with everything that's been happening in the world through 2020, and again, there's been a sharp emphasis on mental health now in this day and age, we need more people like you.
Well, we have a lot of volunteers at Healthy Minds, which is absolutely great. And there's a growing awareness, and that it's a very important issue, you know, people's mental well-being, and the focus is very much on gaining well-being and sharing experiences and learning new things. And I've been a beneficiary of the services of Healthy Minds as well.
Okay, well, it's good to have you with us, and congratulations on your nomination. Paul Farrell also volunteers. He's at Boothtown Terriers Junior Rugby Club, which is a fantastic organisation. And I mean, in your spare time doing the volunteering, I mean, you've done virtually everything there.
Yeah, a few years ago, we introduced junior rugby to Boothtown Terriers, and over the years we've developed free actual junior teams, and this year we're setting up a girls section. But as you say, it's pretty much that I'm involved in everything behind the scenes with the help of my wife. And we've in the last year during lockdown of COVID, it's given us, I suppose, time in a sense to do some much needed repair works to our clubhouse. While we've not been able to have people around, but we're always owe a great deal to rugby league through playing as an amateur rugby player in my life, and now it's time to give back, and hopefully there'll be people who can have a good social life with joining junior rugby and then continuing to play that amateur sport in their adulthood.
I've heard that you put in more hours as a volunteer down at the rugby club than you actually put into your paid job as well.
Yeah, certainly. It takes up a lot of the time. Most evenings, in fact, I believe all evenings, I'm busy. So I leave work to go straight to the rugby club, and then Saturdays and Sundays I'm there as well. So when you start to add up the hours, yes, you're absolutely right. And sometimes well, this year annual leave from my profession I use to be down at the rugby club doing the refurbished works. Yeah.
Well, congratulations on your nomination, Paul. And let's talk to our last nominee in this category, which is Ben Morehouse. Now, a familiar name from last year's awards when you won the best fundraising campaign for your foundation. Tell us a little bit more about the foundation.
So yeah, excuse me. So yeah, our daughter's charity, the Kalipatra Morehouse Foundation, is basically a promise which we made to her. Our daughter, Kalipatra, died just 2 weeks before her due date, back in October 2018. And in life, you know, we believe you can either go uphill or downhill when you are given devastating news. And through our daughter, the Kalipatra Morehouse Foundation is here, is doing very well. We support local maternity services such as Calderdale to improve their facilities. We also support parents who have experienced the death of a baby. Myself, every month, every week, I do support Dads Only support group as well. There's no other support group for dads locally. So I do fully manage the support group for dads. The support which I never had when our daughter died, I'm trying my best to give to other parents out there. And we also support research as well to save babies' lives. Many baby deaths are fully preventable. So through our daughter and in her honour and the charity, we will do our best to help us save as many babies' lives as possible. But everything we do is a gift from our much loved daughter, and we're just so proud of her name and her legacy and everything which has been achieved so far.
Well, 3 amazing nominations here in Volunteer of the Year. To present the award, I'm delighted to welcome Lee Kenny from Snowflake Media Group. Now, before we announce the winner, the foundation would like to say a special thanks to you for supporting the awards website and also for sponsoring the trophies this year. Generosity is alive and kicking in Calderdale. And Lee, will you kindly reveal the winner to us?
Hi, I'm Lee Kenny from Snowflake Media Group, and we're very proud to be sponsoring this Volunteer of the Year award. Something we feel really passionate about. I mean, in normal times, whatever they are, if you can remember that far back, volunteers played an absolutely crucial role, whether that's in sports clubs, arts organisations, charities, homelessness, you name it, they just cannot function without volunteers. Obviously, we appreciate all the management, we appreciate all the staff of all the charities, but really underpinning that is the volunteer sector. So we're really pleased to be involved. I think this is maybe our 3rd or 4th year sponsoring the same award. And I'm pleased, therefore, tonight to announce that the winner of the Community Foundation for Calderdale's Community Spirit Awards, Volunteer of the Year, is Paul Farrell. Congratulations from everybody here.
Yes. Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Fantastic, Paul.
That's awesome. Thank you very much.
Volunteering
Wow.
in all shapes and sizes in grassroots sports is no doubt vitally important for children, especially in this day and age, to give them an outlet to be active and also to be healthy as well. What would you like to say?
Wow. Thank you very much to the people who nominated me, and thank you to the people who chose me on the community board. But most of all, thank you to my wife. My wife, it's a joint award, really. It's not just to me. My wife's there just as much as I am, if not more as well. And so yeah, but also thank you to everybody who's part of Rugby League and part of Booth Town Terriers. It's an absolute honour to be part of such a good club. And wow, yeah, what a feeling. Absolutely awesome. Thank you.
Well, congratulations to Ben and also to Helen on being nominees this year. And congratulations to you, Paul Farrell, for being our Volunteer of the Year.
Wow, brilliant.
And let's do our next award, which is the Young Community Champion of the Year. Now, the judges were looking for a young person, 21 years old or under, who's made a positive contribution in their community through activities such as volunteering or campaigning. Now we have 3 nominations. We have Gwyn, Hayley, and also Andrew as well. Let's start with Gwyn. Gwyn Harrison Walker, you've been nominated for the Time Out project, a Healthy Minds project that delivers mental health workshops co-produced with volunteers. I mean, it sounds like a brilliant project to be a part of. What did you actually do in it?
Hi, John. So yeah, it is a really good project. So I don't actually have a fixed role really in this project. My main things to do are to fundraise for it and also promote it to our area. So and also I respond to ideas that Kim, the project manager, has suggested, which will help support other young people. So for example, I've done some voice recordings for our local radio, and I've done lots of fundraising. So as the way I got into it was the haircut, which raised almost £1,000 for Healthy Minds.
You had all your hair cut off?
Yeah, I had it to about here, so it was quite short, and it was 36 centimeters long. So yeah. And
but you raised £1,000. You raised £1,000. That's amazing.
Yeah, just almost, yeah. And the hair actually went as well to young people with cancer to make wigs for them.
That's incredible. Well, congratulations on your nomination. Hayley Gledel as well is also with us. You've been nominated for your involvement in Time Out. Same project with 2 nominations. Are you 2 friends then, or what?
I've never met Gwyn.
No, we've not actually met.
I have had kind of the involvement of Kim sending me the things that she's done so that I can put them all on social media, so that she's got that social media presence on our Time Out page and Facebook page.
And what do you get out of doing what you do for the campaigns then, Hayley?
So I've been involved with Time Out since 2017, and I got involved through a different group that I was attending through in Orange Box. And I mainly started it because I'm training to be a mental health nurse, so I wanted that extra experience. And from doing that, I go into schools and colleges and give out my personal story so that other young people can maybe get a bit better and see, oh, it does get better. Like, things do happen, and it might be rubbish right now, but there's like a light at the end of the tunnel almost.
Yeah.
And as well as that, I'm involved in different groups. Like, there's a peer support group that we're doing at the moment, and yeah. And as well as that, I do the social media side. So I'm involved with putting things that Kim sends me on like WhatsApp, on like Instagram, so it's given out there to all like the young people.
Okay, and you work at the hospital. You've just been doing a few night shifts at the hospital as well. So we've sort of like got you up slightly earlier than you would have liked today. So we appreciate that. Thank you very much for that. And Andrew, our last nominee. Welcome, Andrew. Now, you're not part of the Time Out project, and you're an award-winning performer. Now, I've been told not to steal your thunder, so please tell the audience watching what you've been up to.
Well, I've been playing my instrument, my tenor horn, every Thursday night since the start of the NHS clap. And then I played on Captain Tom's birthday in front of 93,000 people on Facebook.
How many?
93,000.
Wow, that's incredible. Were you nervous?
Yeah.
Just a tiny bit, bit. All right. So you've become well known through this pandemic as well. And is it a strange sort of feeling that, you know, you played in front of 93,000 people, you couldn't see them, but obviously they took a lot of comfort from what you were doing. Does that hit home when, you know, somebody like me explains it to you a little bit more like that?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, definitely.
Fantastic. So what is the next big thing that you've got lined up?
I'm planning on doing a Christmas concert later in December.
Okay. All right. Well, let's hope that goes ahead after lockdown 2, and we're on a road to recovery, so to speak. Congratulations on all of your nominations there as our 3 nominees for the Young Community Champion Award. And to present the award is Julie Jenkins. She's the Director of Children's and Young People Services at Calderdale Council. Now, they're our category sponsor for this evening. Julie, can you please tell us who our 2020 Young Community Champion is?
Good evening. I'm Julie Jenkins, Director of Children and Young People Services for Calderdale Council, and I'm absolutely delighted to be able to join you this evening. We are the very proud sponsors of the Young Community Champion Award, and in my role as Director of Children's Services, I see amazing things that our young people do every day. But tonight we're here to acknowledge a very special young person who is the Young Community Champion for 2020, and many congratulations to Andrew Naylor. Well done.
Congratulations, Andrew.
Thanks. Wow.
Fantastic.
Wow, thanks. Yeah.
I think you're fairly speechless there, aren't you?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
That's amazing. What do you make of that? Go on, sum it up.
It's been very,
your face was a picture when I announced your name then. That was absolutely fantastic. Congratulations on that. Good luck with that Christmas concert. Let's hope that happens. Gwyn, congratulations on your nomination as well. And Hayley, also congratulations on your nomination. But Andrew, well done. You're our Young Community Champion 2020. Congratulations, all of you. It's time now for our next award here this evening, and it's the Best New Charity. Now, the judges were looking for an outstanding charitable project or charity registered after September 2018 that's made an impact since its foundation. It's achieved awareness, perhaps, of its cause, mission, activities, and set foundations for excellent management and accountability for the future. And we have some nominees who are with us in this virtual awards ceremony this evening. They are Calderdale Lighthouse, Light Up Black and African Heritage Calderdale, and Get Fit for Mental Wellness as well. Let's talk to Emma and Donna first. We've got Donna Williams and Emma Poyser Buxton, who are from Calderdale Lighthouse. Many congratulations on being shortlisted. Just very briefly, tell us a little bit about what the Lighthouse does.
Work with vulnerable families We've worked with vulnerable families for quite a lot of years. From our background, the 3 founders is myself, Donna, and also Diane, who's a bit camera shy today. We act as a baby bank, and we provide items, essential items for children. We were aware when we set up that there are baby banks across West Yorkshire, but they tended to be more the younger age, whereas we kind of, support the whole family, all the children. from our experience, you know, we know that there's families out there that where children aren't sleeping in beds properly, they haven't got bedding. So we provide bedding. There's children and families that haven't got, you know, the essential toiletries that we take for granted every day. They've not got toothpaste to brush teeth. They've not even got the toothbrushes, as well as not having shoes, clothes, you know, for babies, safe sleeping places. So on a referral basis, we send out items to these families to make sure that these children, you know, are safe, clean, and it enables them to thrive.
And I suppose working for the charity is bittersweet. Bitter that, you know, something like this is still going on in this day and age, but you being able to help them must give you that zest and that real strive to continue with it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Definitely, yeah, definitely does.
And everything we do, we couldn't do without the generosity of the Calderdale people, you know, because they provide everything. Everything comes from them, whether they've, you know, it's pre-loved or whether they've purchased it for us or whether they've given us monetary donations. You know, it really is families helping families. And, you know, we just provide that platform, you know, and I suppose it stops landfill too. So we're a bit green.
Well, congratulations on your nomination. Our second
Thank you.
Nomination is Light Up Black and African Heritage in Calderdale. Bola Adams is with us on the beach. Who knew? Where that looks like Barkisland to me in the background. Is that right, Bola?
Yeah.
I like the background. I like the background. Tell us a little bit about what you do in Calderdale.
Yeah, thank you, John. Yeah, actually, we are Light Up Black and African Heritage in Calderdale, and what we do is that we empower and support and assist individual and minority group of people of Black and African heritage, including the asylum seeker, the migrant worker, and refugee living in Calderdale, and we help them also in developing skills and values that are needed in the wider community to support them to play a full part in the life and mainstream of community. Also, what we do is that we help the children, teaching them African culture and also along parts of British values. So these are the things we do. Also, we help family of Black and African heritage people to settle down fully in Calderdale, because most of the people that we helped also are people from parts of that are not part of British, maybe people coming to United Kingdom to seek for asylum, the refugees. Some of them they don't know families, they don't know anybody in Calderdale. We are just here to support them during this time, to help them in until they get their refugee status. Even when they get their refugee status, we still help them all through, just to support them in every. So we provide a peer support within the community also. We refer families and persons of the Black and African heritage to a relevant organization that can help them. Sometimes there are some parts we cannot do. We refer them to the main places where they can get the support. So these are part of things we do. Yeah, and also we provide free charges support and services to disadvantaged individuals for the public benefit in Calderdale. Also, we relieve poverty. Most of these asylum people, the refugees, some of them are isolated. They go through mental health, even when they are seeking for this asylum, waiting for their documentation. So we provide a lot of project activity just to help them during this time. So these are the things we do.
So I mean that is a lot of stuff that you managed to do, and congratulations on your nomination. And our final one, nomination in this category of Best New Charity, is Get Fit for Mental Wellness. Manuel Benages is with us. You must be thrilled to be shortlisted, and good to see you also got the memo today as well.
I did, thank you. Yes, I did get the memo, and yes, I was very shocked when we was nominated for the award. Yeah, really pleased that people that would be noticed for what we're doing in the world of mental health. So yeah. Really
but not just in Calderdale as well. I mean, primarily in Calderdale, but you're getting people coming to you to take part in your sessions from Scotland, from Ireland, from all over the place.
From all over, yeah, from all over. We've actually grown quite big from when I first started it almost 2 years ago. We've initially just myself. I invited a few people who struggle with their mental health in regards to, people losing their lives. It's very close to me. And people's mental health being diagnosed with an illness many years ago myself. So it's quite passionate. And then Yeah, it's grown. Within a year, we had 200 people coming every Sunday in regards to the steps with the support. We've actually grown. We've got over 20 groups all over the UK now. So the main hub is in Calderdale, where people come from afar just to come to do the steps, join us and the family, the Fit Farm on a Sunday morning. It's an amazing, amazing thing. It's grown out to, the world. We actually have places in other countries now as well. So groups, it's grown so big. And now we're also, in regards to the therapy side of it, we also create a program helping people's traumas and struggles with our other professionals. So it is actually just growing to be an amazing, amazing charity.
So the best thing, if you want to find out about this charity or any of the other ones, is to search for them online. We won't tell you what will happen if you meet Manuel down at the Sunday Scamenden steps. You can find that out for yourself. All right. Well done to all of our 3 shortlisted charities here. And to present the award, I'm delighted to welcome Dr. Martin Haig, MBE of Latitude.
Hello, I'm Martin Haig from Latitude 7, and we've had the pleasure and the privilege of being able to sponsor the Calderdale Community Spirit Awards in the category of Best New Charity over the past few years. And I'm delighted to announce that the winner of the 2020 Best New Charity is Calderdale Lighthouse.
Oh my God. Wow.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Well
Thank
done.
you so much.
Thank you.
Wow.
Don't know what to say. I'm lost for words.
Thank you.
Thank you
Well,
so much.
The work continues, as it does for our other 2 nominees throughout Calderdale, to carry on what you're doing, but an incredible achievement for the Lighthouse, for Calderdale Lighthouse, for you and everybody connected with it. Congratulations and well done on being the Best New Charity 2020, the Calderdale Lighthouse.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And congratulations to Manuel and also to Bowler as well for being our gracious other nominations in this category as well. Congratulations to you too. Okay, so let's move on to the next award now, which is Arts and Culture, and it's sponsored by Croft Mill. Now, the judges in this category were looking for a charity or community group active in arts, the visual arts, music, film, photography, writing, drama, dance, design, whatever, who's demonstrated passion and enthusiasm in making a significant contribution to the wider community. Now, the judges were impressed with the nominations, and in particular, I'm delighted to welcome them here now with us. We have Arts for Brighouse, Northern Broadsides, and also Shared Harmonies as well. If I could just turn first to John Buxton at Arts for Brighouse. John, this is a bit unusual, having your awards ceremony via the internet, but I think we're managing okay today. And many congratulations on being shortlisted. The charity's been going now for about 8 years, hasn't it?
That's correct. Yes, it started by Tom Ratcliffe quite a while ago. And you want me to tell you about what happened the first day? Because it was a real bit of fun. Go on then. We advertised for people to come in and perform. Local people come in and perform. This lady rang up and she said, "Oh, I'd like to perform at your festival." And Tom said, "What do you do?" "Oh, ballet dancers." So, "Oh yes, we'd love some ballet dancers." So everything was arranged, and on the Sunday at 2:00, these lovely ladies turned up in glowing cloaks and came into the library where they were going to perform. Unfortunately, Tom had misheard. They were belly dancers and not ballet. And that got us off to a good start. So it's been excitement ever since.
And it's grown and grown since then. And you know, the Brighouse Arts Festival, which is the main event that you do. I mean, you do so many through the year as well, but it's great to see it thriving in Brighouse.
Well, we've now got a fully equipped cinema. Nobody gets paid, and we're very grateful to our volunteers. And I've just got some fancy figures here that 270,000 people have interacted with us online this last year. And we've had people coming from all over Yorkshire to see our guest artists, because we were told by Calderdale a few years ago But if we wanted to see the London Philharmonic, all these big people, we had to go to Leeds or Manchester. And this same Tom Ratcliffe said we're not having that. So we had Brian Blessed and Kiki D, and we would have had Patricia Rutledge this year, which has attracted people from all over Europe. We're bringing into our town extra money and revenue whilst we're doing this. And it's fun.
And that's the main thing. It's fun, which is great. Thank you, John. Laurie Sampson's from Northern Broadsides. Laurie, let's just turn to you as well. You've been shortlisted for your online digital squad project. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, we've managed to do 2 projects during lockdown, and one was to commission over 41 artists from across the north to make their responses via the digital medium to lockdown. And during that, we met a brilliant local company called Northern Rascals, who are a dance theatre company based in Mytholmroyd. And then we went on to collaborate with them and the Peace Hall to make The Aftermath, which end of September, we performed with 21 people from across Calderdale, making a piece about their experience of looking at an uncertain future. So yeah, it's always really rejuvenating working with young people locally and giving them the platform to say what they want to say.
And the response has been obviously fantastic, and the level of talent out there as well has taken everybody by surprise. Not only yourselves, but also John and also Emma, who we're going to talk to in a moment. There's a wealth of talent out there waiting to be tapped, isn't there?
Absolutely. And what's really obvious is the more we collaborate with each other across Calderdale, the more we can really make sure that culture is available to everybody. And there's some way to go to do that, but together we can really make a difference, I think, and really make a change across the borough in terms of what's available to who.
All right. Congratulations on your nomination. And the last in our shortlisted groups in the arts and culture is Shared Harmonies as well. And we have Emma Bailin with us here this evening in a very, very nice cocktail dress. Thank you very much for dressing up for us for this virtual awards ceremony, Emma. And Shared Harmonies is an incredibly popular group.
Oh, thank you. I mean, it's risen in popularity during lockdown, as you can imagine. We used to run a number of singing groups predominantly for people with long-term health or wellbeing conditions. So groups for people affected by Parkinson's or dementia or mental health or respiratory conditions. And as soon as lockdown hit, we took a lot of our services online. And our numbers just increased massively as lots of other people found themselves really struggling around mental health or struggling around lack of connection. But we also wanted to do something that reached out to people who maybe hadn't got online and who maybe didn't think that they had any creative talent. So we created the Our Song project, which all around the theme of connection, something that we knew people just desperately needed. And gave people lots of different ways to join in, whether that was through social media or through emails or through phone calls, and created a brand new piece of music reflecting people's experiences. So yeah, we've just had incredible engagement. Some of our posts have gone from kind of like 200 up to 2,500 on Facebook. So it's just been amazing.
And it's as I said a little bit earlier, and to some of the other nominees, it's been a very trying, tough year, 2020, without question. But the community spirit, and these are the Spirit Awards as well, that's certainly shone through, and everybody wants to help, everybody wants to get involved, everybody can see the greater good of doing something for the neighbour.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that came through so strongly in the lyrics, in the words that people suggested for the song. That idea of needing that sense of community more than ever, and how much joy and pleasure that has brought to people. It's just been amazing, and so speaks to the values of Shared Harmonies. So it was an incredible project to work on.
So congratulations to all of you for the nomination in Arts and Culture. And without further ado, I'm going to invite our sponsor, Vicky Nolan from Croft Mill, to announce the winner of the Arts and Culture Award.
I'm delighted to announce the winner of the 2020 Arts and Culture Award is Shared Harmonies. Yay!
Oh my goodness! Thank you so much. That means the world, honestly. and it's just going to mean so much to our participants. Thank you. It's not often I'm speechless.
Congratulations, Emma, that's brilliant.
Oh, thank you so much.
That's brilliant. Congratulations. Congratulations to Arts for Brighouse. John, thank you very much for being a superb nominee. Also, of course, Laurie down at Northern Broadsides as well. Thank you too. But congratulations to you, Emma, and everybody at Shared Harmonies, our winner of the Arts and Culture Award. So the next award that we're looking at is the Outstanding Individual Achievement Award. Now, the judges were looking for a person who's demonstrated dedication, professionalism, and integrity throughout their careers, and who has produced a positive effect on the sector through their work and also their management over a 15-year period or so. Now, shortlisted for the award tonight, an impressive group of 7 individuals, and hopefully they've all joined us in the room tonight. There's Caroline Beardsmore, there's Lorna Buttrick, Janet Limer, Michael Moss, David Naylor, Louise Reed, and also Melanie Rumble as well. A collective well done, a virtual hug to you all from a distance of 2 meters. Brace yourselves because this is a bit long, this one, but we're going to get through it, and we're going to have a chat with all of you because all of you are so deserving for the recognition and the work that you do, and hopefully the work that you're going to continue to do so. Caroline, can I come to you first, please? Appropriate.
Hello.
Given you've received more nominations than any organisation or individual, your nomination includes words describing you as hardworking, compassionate, kind, dedicated, boundless energy, great empathy as well. Briefly explain how that makes you feel when you hear those words and what you do for people to say those things about you.
That's absolutely amazing, and thank you for those words. What do I do? Well, I started off the Upper Valley, and out of that 4 hours, I applied and decided to work with other groups, and out of that, the COVID response came, and suddenly there was an amazing opportunity to work with lots of other groups and other individuals. So I know Janet, I know David, you know, other people on this call. It's amazing. So what we've done is to work together to make sure that people have the support necessary, particularly on the well-being side, because my whole sort of well-being, my whole self is about well-being and making sure that people have emotional support at this time. So I just feel really honoured to be part of this, and that the groups I've worked with, be it Calder Community Cares, the Old People's Welfare, or the Todd Squad, you know, it's just been phenomenal. But it means that we've been able to work together and share that opportunity. So thank you. That's me, and I just feel gobsmacked to be here. Absolutely.
Lorna Buttrick of Project Challenge as well. You're with us in the room this evening, working tirelessly for young people and dedicated to the cause. Tell us a little bit more about Project Challenge.
Okay, so Project Challenge works with young people aged 16 to 19, and we offer an alternative education for those that don't fit into the mould of going into sixth form or college. So we work with so a lot of leaving care young people who are living independently, who are young parents, just anybody and everybody that doesn't feel like they fit into the mould. Yeah, and we've been doing that. I've been doing it for 20 years now. So and I just come to work every day and give 100%. So I'm absolutely humbled that anybody thinks that I'm worthy of anything, and I, commend all these people that are in the room as well.
And also we've got Janet with us. Hello, Janet. And we've got to be careful. There's a little caveat with Janet being in the room this evening because Eric, your dog, might start barking at any moment.
Yes, I'm afraid so. Here's Eric. Eric is a monster. So Eric will go chasing leads anytime soon. So I'm Jan Limer. So I've sort of done all sorts of things for the community. I set myself up my business 120 years ago. And the first thing I did is I donated to the Samaritans. So as my company grew, then my donation level sort of grew to match that. The next thing was I've done a lot of sailing. So again, whenever I've gone sailing, I've raised money for people with disability to go sailing, and been on the RYA sailability course so that I can assist with people that go sailing. When I moved up to Hebden Bridge, I sort of took a couple of years out and was a volunteer for the Dementia Friendly Cafe here. And after that, so I've always sort of, you know, had that little bit of do-goodying thing going on for quite a few years. I set up an organisation in Heptonstall called the Heptonstall Village Team, and that was one of the hilltop villages in Hebden Bridge, looking after our older generations, putting Christmas lunch on, coach trips, cake and coffee sessions, cake and conversations, so all sorts of stuff. Out of that, the pandemic hit, and we just immediately tooled up and set about just doing whatever we could to take care of those people who needed it the most. So it's been 7 months of really hard slog, but out of that, I mix with, and my life is populated by like the nicest, kindest, really most beautiful people that you could ever wish to have, because those who want to help others are generally really lovely people to be around. So yeah, it's honoured to be nominated. Like everyone else, I'm accepting it on behalf of all the people I work with, you know, and thank you for everyone who nominated me.
Well, congratulations on your nomination. Let's move on to Michael Moss, who is looking rather dapper today. You've been devoted over 55 years to the Anchorman organisation. Tell us a little bit about that, please.
Okay, the Anchorman, originally this was the Ellen Boys Brigade, the 5th Halifax Ellen Boys Brigade, and we had rather a good marching band. And I was drum major for that band, and I retired from the drum major at 21 years old, but that was in 1964. But then we formed the Anchorman, which is an American-style marching band with all the razzmatazz, with flags and rifles. And that was very, very successful over the years. And as part of that, we actually bought our old church, the Alan Wester Church. And we own that now, and we run that as a social enterprise. So we not only use the facilities there for our own organisation and our own practices, but we have people who also work in there. We have a jazz orchestra, which is part of the Anchorman. The Karen Binns Dance School uses the building, and we have the Ellen Judo Club there. So it's really something that I've enjoyed doing all my life. First, teaching young people. And yes, I've done it a long time, and I'm quite privileged that having taught 1 or 2 people in Ellen, I'm now teaching their children. So it's a lifetime of just helping others. And I absolutely love it. And I am so honoured, especially hearing some of the nominations today, to be considered for this. And I'm really, really proud and really, really pleased. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next nominee is David Naylor. David, thanks for joining us as well. And congratulations on being on the shortlist. You're the manager of the Disability Support Calderdale for 14 years. During that time, you've helped hundreds of people also.
Correct. Well, me personally, I started out as a social worker and then a disability researcher. And unfortunately, in the late 90s, I was taken very ill. And then I had to subsequently had to change my career. So that's when we started Disability Support Calderdale. We also did work in Bradford, but the majority was always in Calderdale. We found it very rewarding. We meet a lot of people in extremely difficult situations. Last year we raised 1.2 million in payments for people. Our work is about housing and benefits. We represent people at tribunals, which again is very stressful for a lot of people. At the moment, the tribunals are done by phone, and people still will not want to attend or speak. So we speak on their behalf, either face to face or online. So I think this year, 2020. We're maybe 50,000 short of reaching our million target. So, and hopefully we will do better than we did last year.
Good luck.
One of the other things is, since the coronavirus, we have got increasingly busy. We get I think in 10 weeks we got about close to 700 phone calls on a range of things, not benefits, housing, people in really difficult financial situations. So, interestingly enough, during this recent, just before this recent lockdown, it's become more busy. So we have an ever expanding caseload, and it's difficult sometimes because for doing benefit forms, housing applications, there's always an urgency to do that. So obviously we enjoy the work we do, helping people, and hope to continue for a little bit longer. And again, just one
congratulations.
Thank you.
Go on then, David. Yeah.
One other thing, we've got Kim, the white bull terrier, just behind me, sleeping. Thank you very much.
David, congratulations on your nomination as well. And Louise Reed, founder and manager of Focus for Hope. And it describes you, Louise, in your nomination as an individual who made it all happen through her commitment, enthusiasm, and energy, working long hours to ensure that no one who asked for help was left without support they needed. That's fantastic to hear.
It is, yes, thank you. Yeah, so I founded Focus for Hope in September 2016. Just wanted to help my community. So we do a range of things, helping the elderly. So we run lots of, pre-COVID, we ran lots of events to bring the elderly together and to help combat isolation and loneliness. We do outreach with the homeless twice a month and support in Leeds as well as Calderdale. And we also support the refugee crisis, so we fill vans of donations and team up with Town Hall Foundation to deliver dental care across in Calais as well. So yeah, we do lots of different things. Since the pandemic hit, we had to completely turn everything on its head, and so we set up an emergency food bank. As soon as the government announced the over 70s had to isolate, I instantly knew that a lot of them that we support don't have any family living by. So I just thought, how are they going to get the shopping? How are they going to manage? So yeah, we literally made the decision on the Saturday and opened it on the Tuesday, and that was just before lockdown hit. And so we started really just, trying to focus more on the elderly and the disabled. And as things, it just escalated. So yeah, one stage we were doing up to 200 parcels a week. We've managed to get that down a little bit now, but times are getting busier again as people are getting ill and people are losing their jobs and things. So yeah, it's all go at the minute. It really is.
Busy. It's busy. Well, congratulations on your nomination, and thanks for joining us. And last by no means least, we also have Melanie Rumble of Our Place, formerly known as Weekend Care. Again, congratulations to you, Melanie, on making the shortlist and surrounded by a group of very inspirational people. That must make you feel good for the work that you do too.
It does. I think the good thing to come out of coronavirus is the community spirit that's come together. Everybody's just mucking in, trying to help. There's so many people out there that are suffering. There's so many people out there that are just really, really struggling. And it seems like the minute everybody got the news, it was just like, right, how do we change? How do we do what we need to do? I've been involved with this organisation for 26 years. So I've seen quite a lot of changes, but I don't think I've ever seen it where everybody's just stopped, adapted, and come straight back into it and just got on with helping people, which is what it's all about, really. It's not about who does this and who does that. It's about how can we all do something. And even just a little bit, whatever you can do, is just an amazing thing, and fantastic group of people. And I'm sure there's plenty of other people as well that should probably be on this list.
Well, congratulations to you, and of course to everybody else who's been nominated for this award. And to present the award, I'm delighted to welcome Richard Blackburn of PIB Insurance Brokers.
On behalf of PIB Insurance Brokers, I'm delighted to announce that receiving a special commendation for her tremendous work in the Upper Calder Valley is Janet Limer. Congratulations, A special certificate will be on its way to you shortly. And the winners of the 2020 Outstanding Individual Award are Caroline Beardsmore and Louise Reid.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh,
Thank you. Wow.
thank you so much. Well done, Louise.
Well done, Caroline. That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Gosh, I'm in shock.
Absolutely amazing.
Well, congratulations to the pair of you for winning that, and obviously all of the other nominations as well for the outstanding work that you do throughout Calderdale as well. Caroline, you okay? A couple of seconds to let the news sink in there, and I'll come to you again, Louise. You've got a couple more seconds. How do you feel? What does this make you feel?
I am absolutely overwhelmed and humbled, but it's just wonderful because it recognises not just what I've done, but the work that the groups have done that we've been working together with. And it's just, well, all I can say is thank you. It's just amazing. Thank you. Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. And also Louise?
I'm absolutely blown away. I feel really honoured to receive this award and obviously share with, well done to everybody for being selected, and thank you to everybody who's nominated, who's taken time to do that. And, I couldn't do this without our amazing team of volunteers. We're completely voluntary run, and I couldn't do this without everybody. So thank you. This is amazing.
Well, congratulations to the pair of you. And also, we are also delighted to give a special commendation for her tremendous work in the Upper Calder Valley to Janet Limer as well. Janet, congratulations to you too.
Thank you. I've got a confession to make that I voted for Caroline. So I'm sending a big love to everybody, but she deserves, well, everyone deserves it, but I'm over the moon that Caroline's got this. And thank you for my commendation as well. It's a complete honour to work alongside Caroline. And as I say, you just meet extraordinary people if you give of yourself to your community. You just mix with the nicest characters and the nicest people on the planet. So thank you.
Well, congratulations to you all. Eric, you can have a good bark now. And to everybody else, all our other nominees, congratulations, and a special one as well to Caroline, Louise, and also to Janet too. Thank you very much indeed. And let's move on to our next category this evening in this virtual awards ceremony from the Community Foundation for Calderdale. It's the charity of the year, and the judges were looking for a charity that delivered outstanding service to its beneficiaries, promoted and raised its cause, being clear in its goals and also strategy, and demonstrated excellence, especially within the last year. We have a variety and an amazing variety of nominations and organisations here this evening. Age UK, Calderdale and Kirklees, Calderdale Smart Move, Our Place, and also Skills Shop as well. Let's start by talking to Anya Hunter from Age UK, Calderdale and Kirklees. You've been shortlisted for the Calderdale Community Spirit Awards. At least some positive news when for the last 6 months, I imagine, it's been really, really challenging, Anya.
It has been extremely challenging, but also on the back of that, it has been extremely rewarding. The services that we can provide to these lovely people out in the community have been, like we say, extremely challenging, but rewarding. The services that we've been able to offer have been absolutely amazing.
As we went into lockdown back in March, you must have had a slight wobble and a worry about what was going to happen over the 6 months, but as everybody's pulled together, and certainly at a grassroots community level, everybody really has pulled together. It's been really heartening to see, hasn't it?
Absolutely. Again, I think we're all human. You know, it's the unknown. It's the scary fact of the COVID virus that has been going around and is still continuing to go around. And, you know, I mean, the people that we need to make sure that we support within the community is absolutely vital. And, you know, as part of Age UK, it's been an extreme honour to work for Age UK, part of the staff team and management. And we've learned along the way, you know, the services that we're able to provide and that we've learnt and are still providing is just absolutely amazing for these people.
Well, Congratulations on your nomination. If I can turn to Beth and also Dominic from Calderdale Smart Move, no stranger to the Community Spirit Awards and no stranger to many in Calderdale with your excellent work ensuring the homeless and the most vulnerable in the Calderdale community are being looked after. How has COVID impacted your organisation?
Yeah, we've been busy from day one. Probably from March, our clients have increased considerably. We're working alongside lots of our partner agencies, but we've had more cases of vulnerable families alongside domestic violence, individuals, families. We've worked with schools and head teachers to make sure across the whole of Calderdale, we've supported as many vulnerable and homeless people across our district. We've continued to work from day one, haven't we, Beth? We've not stopped working, even though we've had to reduce face-to-face contact. We've still rehoused people. We've still looked after families that are struggling. We've worked with a number of great organisations across Calderdale to make sure everybody who has come through our door or come to our door or via the phone or via the internet has been supported.
Yeah, absolutely. Domestic violence went up, I think it's 46% now. And obviously at the beginning, it was very frightening for everybody. And as a charity, we were just sort of thinking all of our events have been cancelled. What are we going to do for money? The same as every other charitable organisation, you know, across the country, the world probably. And yeah, we've managed to keep going. We've managed to house people that are victims of domestic violence in under 24 hours, even when everything else was shut. So yeah, it's quite an achievement, really. We're really proud.
Well, congratulations on your nomination as well. And Melanie Rumble from Our Place, congratulations on being shortlisted as well. And for the benefit of the audience looking in on this virtual awards ceremony, you provide weekend daycare for older people, including transport, hot meals, entertainment, trips out. Again, just by saying the word trips out, that almost seems like a distant memory to some people, but you have managed to keep that running as best you can within the restrictions of the last 6 months. And it's been a phenomenal achievement by not only you, but the team as well.
Definitely. We've adapted. We had to close our centre immediately. We closed it the weekend before we went into lockdown on Monday. And we were straight on the phone with the team, working out. We had a lot of our volunteers who were older people that had been asked to isolate. So we took them on as the people we were supporting, as well as our usual guests. We opened up our services to anybody else that might be in need or struggling or shielding at the time. Obviously, we couldn't open the centre, we couldn't do our day trips, but we've been sending out support packages. So in the beginning, that was packs with food supplies, anything that people needed. We were doing prescription collections, we're still doing that, shopping trips. Our volunteers were going out and getting essentials for people. We were doing doorstep support. So if anybody was really desperate, we'd go and stand at the end of the garden and have a chat with them. I think we've sent over 1,200 packs out so far. And we're supporting other people that wouldn't usually be members of our group. So yeah, it's been busy, very busy. And we've been passing people on to other organisations. So if it was something we couldn't help with, we've tried to find the right people that could, and we've been doing telephone support as well. So it's been very, very hands-on and very hectic. I don't think we've taken a minute to think about it, really.
Well, congratulations on your nomination. And if I can also bring in our fourth organisation, that's Skill Shop. And we have Kristen Parry with us as well. Kristen, congratulations on being shortlisted for the 2020 Community Spirit Awards. And just tell us a little bit about Skill Shop, because it was established in 2005, wasn't it?
Yeah, Skill Shop was established in 2005 for, we were a day centre for adults with high needs. Who could have predicted where we are today 6 months ago? So in March, when we were advised to close from the local authority, they asked us to look outside the box, think outside the box, and support our clients in other ways. You had myself doing fitness in the morning. We did quizzes online. We sent out hampers. We sent out meals. So we delivered hot meals to all of our clients, which kept that socialisation going. Again, week on week, we were just adapting new things, implementing new things, bringing new clients into the service that hadn't heard of us. But like we've heard this evening, we couldn't support everybody, so we've helped out other organisations and chipped in to various things across Calderdale.
As a question to all of you, in the roles that you do, and this year has been completely different to any other year that we've ever lived through, and it has been a challenge, but would you say, rather obtusely, that this year has possibly been one of the most rewarding years that the charities have had? You know, you've actually reached out to people you might not have touched before. You've actually really know that you have made that difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
a strange one, isn't it? You know, that we've had such a crazy year, but the grassroots community support has really stepped up a level as well.
I think everybody in every aspect across Calderdale, regardless of whether they've been nominated or not, they've all give a little bit of something, whether it was supermarkets or small businesses. They've all come together and they've all helped us out, especially, as well as other companies. I feel that the community spirit is as high as it's ever been, although we've just come through what we've been through.
Yeah, partnership working has been very pivotal, John. I think everybody would is testimony to, you know, the charities and the organisation, everybody communicating really well. Calderdale's quite a special place. Everybody does help each other. It's not sort of who's the best and who's the worst. It's all about helping the vulnerable in lots of different ways.
Well said. It's been an incredibly tough category for the judges to look at this one. And I'm delighted to welcome Simon Walton of accountancy firm Riley & Co. and one of the awards judges.
Good evening, and sorry we can't be all here tonight in person. Riley & Co. are Halifax-based chartered accountants with strong links to the third sector. Indeed, we sponsored the Charity of the Year category since the inception of the Community Spirit Awards several years ago. With that in mind, it gives me great pleasure to announce the winner of the Charity of the Year 2020 award goes to the very deserving and excellent Skill Shop. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Wow. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm speechless. Oh, wow. It's, again, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been nominated. It's been across the board. It's been an amalgamation from every organisation that's helped us do what we can do. Yeah, like I said earlier, nobody could have predicted where we are today, where we would have been today 6 months ago. I think everybody in Calderdale has just chipped in. I'm getting quite emotional. Oh, wow. Thank you.
Well, congratulations, Kristen. For someone who was speechless, he had quite a lot to say there, didn't he? Exactly, yeah. Congratulations. Melanie, congratulations on your nomination. And also to Anya as well, and also Dominic and Beth. An amazing award to be nominated for. And Kristen, congratulations on your victory this evening.
Well done, Kristen.
Yes, well done.
Well done.
Well done, everybody.
And with us this evening to talk about this is Angela Everson. Now, she's the Chief Executive of the Women's Centre for Calderdale and also Kirklees as well. For those unfamiliar with the Women's Centre, they provide a wide range of services right across the spectrum. Angela, I mean, you know, I could say what the centre does and everything, but you, person in charge, you know what the deal is. Tell us a little bit more about what happens there.
Yeah, I'm gonna, because this is the Calderdale Community Spirit Awards, I'm gonna focus more on Calderdale. So in Calderdale, for many years, we've been offering a range of domestic abuse services, and which have been working with adults, both male and female, male more recently as well. And we've also historically done a lot of work with children impacted by domestic abuse within the home as well. But other services in Calderdale, we have counselling services as well, which work very well alongside our domestic abuse services. And then we've more services that are funded more widely from people like the Lottery, and where we're working with some of the most vulnerable women in Calderdale. And that's women who may present with more complex needs because of trauma in their lives.
Okay, and just to expand on some of the challenges that you've actually faced because of the way that we've had to live our lives through 2020, the impact of lockdown, COVID itself, and also funding as well. I mean, it's been a tremendous strain this year.
It has been a strain this year. I always think that years can't get any more complicated or harder in terms of the running a charity. I think first and foremost, running a charity during these times has been very difficult. And I think our starting point was to get all our staff working from home. And that was quite challenging with all the IT requirements that we needed to sort out, as well as thinking about confidentiality of any paperwork, data protection, and making sure that staff were set up to work at home. So that was quite challenging in itself. I think what was also very difficult and challenging was the fact that my staff, particularly staff who are working with women and male victims of domestic abuse.
Hang on a second there, Angela. Sorry, I just got a really bad noise in my ear there. Was everything all right at your end?
Yes, it was fine. Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off in mid-flow.
No,
Don't matter. It sounded like there was a truck going by or something like that. There's no one else coming into the room, is there, or anything like that?
No. I've given them strict instructions to put a gag on the dog and and to stay and not to disturb me. So you want to ask me that again?
Yeah, Rachel, sorry about that. Is everything okay at your end?
Yeah, I think that somebody does want to come into the room. Am I right in thinking that?
Yeah, actually, Angela, sorry, we've lulled you here under completely false pretenses. The work that you do is absolutely fantastic, but the reason we have got you here is because we're here to present you with the Lifetime Achievement Award. Now, if you just watch this screen, there are a few people who would like to say a few words.
Congratulations, Angela. I hope you're wearing your tiara and your ball gown in celebration of your Lifetime Achievement Award, which makes you sound very, very old, by the way. Nobody deserves it more than you do. You've worked tirelessly for at least 2 decades for the women and children of Calderdale and Kirklees and beyond. Enjoy every minute of it. I just wish that things were a bit different and we could all get together and celebrate. See you soon, hopefully.
Many congratulations, Angela, on your award. I think it's absolutely richly deserved. I had the real pleasure of working with you and alongside you at Calderdale, and we tackled some of the most serious issues around vulnerability, particularly around domestic abuse, which you are well renowned for, and the tireless work that you've done around about raising awareness and tackling perpetrators and supporting victims across not only West Yorkshire but further afield from that.
Hello Angela, congratulations on your award. It's really very well deserved. I've really enjoyed the nearly 20 years I think now that we've been working together. You've taught me a great deal over that time. One of the things I love most about you is your passion for your work, your passion for life and your passion for your family. It really is very infectious, and I can't help but come along for the ride with you when we work together. I really look forward to continuing to work with you over the next few years on our new housing initiative that we've been working on, and hope that you enjoy this award, which, as I say, is so very well deserved. Thank you for being an inspiration to me and many others, and for making such a difference to people's lives in Calderdale. Congratulations.
For the Calderdale CCG here. It's a real privilege to say a few words about the Lifetime Achievement Award winner tonight, the wonderful force of nature that is Angela Everson. Angela has been an incredible presence in Calderdale, a champion for the voluntary sector, a great partner to work with, a strong voice for women, and in particular an advocate, a campaigner for good services for the most vulnerable, those facing real challenges across all of our borough for so many years, fighting for resources, fighting for the best outcomes, and fighting for women to live that larger life. Well done, Angela, so well deserved. You're a star, and thank you for everything you've done for our borough.
Well, very many congratulations, Angela, of course. And while you're composing yourself, I'm delighted to introduce Andrew Hawley of the Hawley Energy Group to present you with your much deserved Lifetime Achievement Award.
Anyone that wins one of the awards announced today should be incredibly proud, but I'm especially honoured to announce that Angela Everson, you have won the 2020 Calderdale Community Spirit Lifetime Achievement Award. Many congratulations.
And also, we have somebody you can see there who's entered the room who also would like to say a few words. Would you please introduce yourself to the audience and tell us why Angela deserves this Lifetime Achievement Award?
Hello, I'm Maura Wilson, Chair of Women's Centre at the moment, and so pleased and proud of Angela. It's so well deserved, and everybody I've been able to mention it to says exactly the same. She's wonderful. She's worked for Women's Centre for a couple of decades. Tremendous commitment, completely tireless, energy, skills. No matter what the challenge is, Angela, you rise to it every time, and it's all at your fingertips. I'm constantly amazed by the detail that you can keep on top of, by the changes you can juggle, policy, funding, staffing, everything. Up to 54 funding streams at one time, because Women's Centre is a very complex organisation, beginning different start and end times, different monitoring requirements, different staffing requirements, coming and going, and Angela's there. She's so solid, so calm. Angela walks on water, it's official, fact. Completely wonderful. And she's a wonderful CEO and representative at all levels. Angela's known locally, regionally and nationally as a calm, competent, utterly committed to Women's Centre and to supporting services for women. Endlessly kind and clever and supportive, and great fun too. She's great fun too. Most enjoyable. And I think the collective work of the Women's Centre team is a real tribute to Angela's management skills and grasp of the organisation. Without that, it would be completely impossible. And you know, Angela's got it all. And the COVID this year was really just the negative icing on the cake, if you like, having to change everything, all the systems, all the structures, to continue to deliver essential support to women. And Angela and her team rose to that challenge totally seamlessly, able to meet all our obligations, able to support the women that we work with, and changing from face-to-face to online, telephone, whatever was possible. Yeah, I love your personality. You're great to work with. I feel very lucky and privileged to be part of Women's Centre with Angela as CEO, and she so deserves this award. The rest of the board don't know yet, but they'll be completely thrilled when they find out, and they'll all 100% agree with me. Well done, Angela.
Thank you, Maura. Thank you. And I can't do what I do without a great board and a great staff team behind me. You know, I know people always say it's not about me. It's about everything we do. It's about everything we do and all the people that support us.
Well, that's incredible. Myra, thank you very much for surprising, and I hope it was a pleasant surprise, Angela.
It was, you know, I've got copious notes here about all sorts I wanted to talk to you about.
Well, congratulations, and it goes to show, you know, that you really are a community champion, and that's why you are so deserving of this Lifetime Achievement Award. And also thanks to Andrew Hawley of Hawley Energy Group as well. You are our Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Angela Everson. Congratulations.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much, everybody. It is a shock. It is a shock to me. It is a shock to me because I wasn't expecting that, and it's and thank you to everybody who, you know, everybody who supported me, not just my staff and volunteers and the board. You know, I've got lots of people in Calderdale who I've worked with for many, many years. I've worked in Calderdale and obviously we work in Kirklees, but Calderdale for over 34 years now. So, you know, lots of people over the years have supported me. So thank you.
Thank you for watching tonight. Thank you for actually celebrating with us the brilliance, magnificence and creativity of our voluntary sector here in Calderdale. Stay safe and well, and together we'll get through this pandemic and come out the other side stronger and better as people and as an area. So have a great rest of the evening and see you soon. Thank you.
Heart meets heart, heart meets heart, heart meets heart, it's a brand new start. Heart meets heart, heart meets heart, heart meets heart, it's a brand new start. Clapping for people on the front line, shouting to neighbours in our street, zooming our families and loved ones, the different ways we can meet, growing community kindness, asking a stranger how are you, facing our sorrows together with the power of our love coming through. Heart meets heart, these four walls are getting wider, it's a brand new start. Let's make our world a brighter, better place. Finding paths we never knew existed, looking at things with fresh eyes, watching the leaves and the flowers unfurl, and the sculpture of trees against the skies. Nature will carry on daily, and when we all stop it can thrive, lowering levels of pollution and watching the spring bursting into life. Heart meets heart, nature's lungs are getting stronger, it's a brand new start. Let's make our world a brighter, better place. Heart meets heart, heart meets heart, heart meets heart, it's a brand new start. Heart meets heart, heart meets heart, heart meets heart, it's a brand new start. Finding all the things that I love doing, knowing I am stronger than I thought, cutting out the noise to find contentment in the quiet and not the things I've bought, living for now, not the future, seeking the joy in every day, trusting my own limitations, I'm adaptable, I'm strong, I am brave. Heart meets heart, these four walls are getting wider, it's a brand new start. Let's make our world a brighter, better place. Heart meets heart, sharing rainbows, heart meets heart, new connections, heart meets heart, tending nature, heart meets heart, it's a brand new start. Heart meets heart, it's a clean slate, heart meets heart, blue skies and sunshine, heart meets heart, inner resilience, heart meets heart, it's a brand new start. Heart meets heart, heart meets heart, heart meets heart, it's a brand new start.